Aiden Haskell. The Skyhawks are coached by Mr. Scott Dean. Introducing the Timpanogos Timberwolves, who are the home team. Here's number 10, playing shortstop, Timberwolves.
And welcome into Larry Miller Field, the site of the 2023 5A State Championship Baseball Tournament on KSLSports.com, your online home for state championships. Dusty Lister along with you in this winner-take-all affair. The winner moves on to the state championship series that will begin tomorrow at UVU. The loser season is done, as we got here in spectacular fashion and an outstanding comeback for Salem Hills. Remember, they lost to Timpanogos on Monday. They came back yesterday, put up 4 runs in the first inning, and they able to, and Timpanogos came back, tied things up, little controversy here and there, but able to earn their way to today's game, where the winner will move on to take on the winner of Viewmont and Lehigh, who too was a crazy game last night here at Larry Miller Field. Well, hope you've enjoyed the coverage this week. As here at KSL Sports Rewind, we've got you covered here. 5A baseball, 6A baseball, the 5A and 6A soccer championships, and of course, Dane is at lacrosse. And let's go through the defensive lineup of the Timpanogos Timberwolves, coached by Kim Nelson, the legendary head coach. At first base is Tanner Morgan. Second base, Colin Morgan. At third base, Brighton Tate. And at short is Tate McGillivray. And in the outfield is Tyler Hunter in left, Luke Livingston in center, and Landon Young in right. And the pitcher for this afternoon's game is Billy Bird, and the catcher, Caden Harding. Lineup for Salem Hills, we're going to start with Cam Coburn, Nolan Miller, and Charlie Cushing in the hole. We should have great energy in this building, and of course we're sharing this game time with the softball championships that are happening just behind us at Gail Miller Field. So you might see some foul balls come in play here, as we are set and ready to go. And it is Cam Coburn stepping in. These teams know each other well. Bird pitched the game on Monday against Salem Hills, looking to duplicate that outing as Coburn looks at strike one. Ball to the left side and retired for the first out of the inning by Brighton Tate. And there's one away. Owen Miller grounds this ball to second base. That ball handled easily by Casey Navert over in time for the second out of the inning. As Billy Bird making quick work here. That brings up the third baseman, Charlie Cushing. Charlie had a good day at the plate yesterday. His best day offensively all week. Lifts this one out of play. Making the count. No balls and one strike. We had a quick start here, so we'll jump up and get that scoreboard updated for you. But there are 2 outs and nobody on with an 0-1 count to Charlie Cushing. And the 0-1 for Billy Bird. Fouled off down the third baseline, and it'll be no balls and 2 strikes to the third baseman. And the 0-2 from Bird. In there, called strike 3. Bird retires the side in order. And as we go to commercial, we'll come back with Timpanogos. You're watching the 2023 5A State Championship Baseball Tournament. Bottom of the first inning. We'll bring up the Timpanogos Timberwolves and led off by Tate McGillivray. As Tate swings through that first one, the pitcher this afternoon for Salem Hills is Aiden Haskell. Catcher Roper K. And that 0-1 fouled off down the left field line. And the count quickly, no balls and 2 strikes to McGillivray. He was had a good week. Pat Full obviously had a terrific pitching performance. As he looks at ball 1. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. As this ball chopped towards short and going to get through. Colburn couldn't get there. And that is a leadoff single for the Timberwolves. Quick starts have been the story in the first 2 games between these two in this bracket play portion of the state tournament. So Luke Livingston steps in, and Luke looks at ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. And the 1-0 is wide the plate. Of course, where I go through my diatribe of all the things Luke Livingston did has done thus far on the football field. We'll hold off because if you joined us yesterday, you heard a lot of that. But this is one of the best football players in the state of Utah that you should have heard of if you follow our coverage here on KSL Sports Rewind. But if you haven't, I can go through it again as that snap over and McGillivray back in time. And you see why they talk about gotta get dirty going back in. And snap back over. And McGillivray is back. And McGillivray goes. A throw down to second. Not in time as he's in there with the stolen base. So runner in scoring position here for Luke Livingston. And that was a ball. So 3 balls and 1 strike to Luke as Roper and Haskell can get on the same page. We got championships happening all over the place here on KSLSports.com. Semifinals and championships of soccer in a lightning delay. Poor Alex Napolis. This is his 5th game that has been delayed by lightning in the soccer tournament. And we moved from Zions Bank now to, I think it's America First Field, around Salt Lake Stadium. But Alex is in a happy place if he's hanging out there at America First Field. Dane Stewart's at lacrosse, and JT Wisterstill's holding down 6A baseball. There's a big swing and a miss there from Livingston. Count goes full. And, of course, softball happening just behind us, and that's here on KSL Sports as well. Rewind zone, Mark Winterton on the call, the softball. So 3 balls and 2 strikes, no outs, and a runner on second here for Livingston. And the payoff pitch. Hit well into left field. That's going to get down. That's going to bring McGillivray around third. The throw will not be cut off, and will be Livingston going to second. And Timpanogos takes a 1-0 lead on the RBI single from Luke Livingston. Kind of punched that one at the end of the bat, did Livingston. But it'll be running or scoring position. They'll just trade places. So that brings up Brighton Tate. As Haskell, a little high kick on that one, finds his own on the first pitch. Tate has 28 RBIs on the year. Takes that one off the head, and He did not lean into that one, and it was not Tate that was part of the controversy yesterday. And let me share this with you. I spoke with someone, an umpire, a very well-respected umpire within the state of Utah. I said, did you see the game yesterday? He said, which one? I told him the situation. He goes, no, I didn't see what happened. I sent him a video of the controversial ball. Sorry to go through this, but I'm doing this anyway. I said, what would you do? He goes, I would bring him back to the box. Why? I said, that's all I needed to know. Didn't explain what happened. Nothing. And he agreed. So no outs and a runners on first and second here for Billy Bird, who fouls that one down the line. And if you follow our stuff, you know that I don't stand only for officials. And most officials give me a lot of grief anyway, saying I'm too critical. So I think that gives a little credence. And the 0-1 pitch to Bird. Ground ball back up the middle. Got a chance. Averett to Coburn. Quick turn. And that's a 6-4-3 double play. Very well done in the middle of the infield by Averett and Cam Coburn. Get that ball out of his glove. And over in time. And I'm not sure what Coach Nelson was, what he's asking him, what he's appealing to here. So I think maybe it was appealing to second base that he didn't touch the bag. Always enjoy the baseball tournaments. They end up with a lot of umpires around us. Basketball, we make Courtney Littledyke sit behind us. We're always way up. But in baseball, we're in the same spot with a bunch of current and former and some emeritus umpires that give us good insight. Got Trent Allred, who's trying to keep the fort down for Jeff Clough, who's got a graduation today. He's attending. Known Trent for a long time. Even when I was a bad guy wearing a uniform on the field. But I was a young bad guy. Oh, that misses inside. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Be a runner on third. And 2 outs here for Caden Harding, who lifts this one down the first base line. And I'll get out of play. So that takes it 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs with the runner on third for Caden Harding. And the 2-2 lifted into center field. Nolan Miller with a beat on it, makes a move and brings it in. But Luke Livingston brings in Tate McGillivray for the first run of the ball game. And through 1 complete, it is Timpanogos 1, Salem Hills 0. You're watching the 2023 5A state tournament.
Okay. Okay. Yun ang malawagan siya akit sa kapatid na biyalawa kuminodala.
Zach Nelson will lead us off at the top of the second inning. As that ball lifted out of play. And that pitch finds the outer part of the plate, evens the count of the ball, and a strike. You're right. Well, no balls and 2 strikes. That one now misses and makes the count 1-2. As Nelson fouls that one back to the screen. So we'll do it again. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Nelson, who swings through that one. Strike 3. And there is 1 out here in the top of the 2nd inning. Of course, after today, we'll be moving to UVU for the 5A and 6A championship series. I'm excited to go over to UCCU ballpark. As Roper K lifts this one into center field, and Luke Livingston is there. And it's a quick 2 outs for Salem Hills. And Billy Bird went 5 innings on Monday. Gave up 2 runs, 2 strikeouts. Leading the way for Timpanogos on the mound. He also hit the ball extremely well in that matchup. Had 3 RBIs, 3 singles. As he falls behind here, 2 balls and no strikes to Kason Averett, who was the winning pitcher in last night's game. That brings us to today. As that's in there for a called strike. Had Timpanogos held on last night, there they tied the game at 4. If they had taken the lead, then we'd be only 1 game today. As that's in there for a called strike 2. But Averett did a nice job of keeping down this Timberwolves team that had just been scorching from the plate. The 2-2 fouled down the line. And we'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Bird's pitch is again spoiled down the right field line. And a big swing, strike 3, and Bird retires Salem Hills in order. We go to the bottom of the 2nd inning, and Timpanogos leading 1-0. You're watching the 5A State Championship Baseball Tournament. Bottom of the 2nd inning. As always, KSL Sports Rewind brought to you by Heidemann Associates. Go to utah.law to find the law office nearest you and get a free consultation. Let them know that Rewind sent you. If you want to thank Heidemann Associates, a flat-rate law firm. They're a full-service law firm as well. Whatever need you have, get your living will and trust, it's flat rate. Unfortunately, whatever bad business dealings or anything you need, Justin Heidemann will give you the budget, and that's where it's going to stay. Flat-rate law firm. Go to Heidemann Associates. As that's in there for called strike 1. So a ball and a strike here to Tanner Morgan. As Morgan looks at ball 2. Two balls and 1 strike to the first baseman. And the 2-1 pitch in there for called strike 2. Morgan's shown power this week. Multiple extra base hits. And now the 2-2. And that's fouled out of play. Those softball fans don't realize how many baseballs are heading their way. With both games going at the same time. Two balls and 2 strikes. Slow curveball got him. Pulled the string at 62 miles an hour. And Tanner Morgan is retired for the first out of the inning. And I'll bring up Landon Young, the right fielder. And that slow breaking ball again misses up and in. And that one is in there for a called strike. Landon Young, a .356 hitter on the season. And the 1-1 lifted into left center field. Nolan Miller back there for the second out of the inning. And Nolan Miller does a nice job patrolling center field. Also an outstanding pitcher for Salem Hills and Coach Scott Haney. Is our umpires today. Having gone through the umpires, at first base, Jesse Crockett. Third base, the ever-correct Travis Turner. And on the plate, Matt Barker. And this pitch hit down the left field line is going to land in. Fair play. Rounding first, heading into second is Colin Morgan for a stand-up double. A two-out double and a runner in scoring position. Extending the inning for Timpanogos. Wind is pretty still. Old Gloria is waving just a little bit in center field. But a comfortable afternoon at the ballpark. So Tyler Hunter steps in the box, and Hunter looks at strike one. Hunter has 15 runs driven in on the year, 2 doubles and a triple. As that's in there for strike two. So gone away on 2 pitches. See if he comes up and in or if he's going to go down and away with the breaking ball. If he doesn't have a feel for the outside part of the plate. That's where they're going. The 0-2 pitch into the screen. So keep the count at no balls and 2 strikes. Averett on the year, 9 appearances, 1-0. As this ball back up the ball, caught off the mound, a fortuitous bounce into the glove of Cam Coburn. As he sends it over for the first out of the inning. That ball looked a surefire through the middle of back up the box. But it kicks off the mound, and that'll do it. And ends the threat. As we go to the top of the 3rd inning, and it's Salem Hills coming to the plate. Timpanogos leads 1-0. You're watching the 2023 5A State Championship Baseball Tournament. Top of the 3rd inning. And coming to the plate for Salem Hills is number 25, Garrett Holt. This hole looks a strike one. Holt's had his moments this week. Some extra base hits as he chops that one at the plate. And the count goes no balls and 2 strikes. Had a lot of doubles. Actually, far more triples than I remember a year ago. Have not had a ball hit out of the yard yet. Had 2 bounce off, or 2 on the wall, and a bunch bounce at the base of it. Including Siona Fiamani's 3-run shot last night in the right field. One of the fun moments of the week. And now the 1-2 pitch. Fouled off, will do it again. As Bird misses there, count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bird 7-0 on the year, 10 appearances, a 1.52 ERA. And the 2-2 pitch is wide, and the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Holt looking for anyway on as a leadoff man. And the payoff pitch. Called strike 3. Bird goes inside and gets the corner. And the leadoff man goes down on strikes. So at the plate now for Salem Hills, number 15, Boston Gardner. Boston came in to throw last night in that game. In the win for Salem Hills. And the 2-0 pitch misses from Bird on the outer half. So quickly 3 balls and no strikes to the designated hitter. That 3-0 pitch is wide of the plate as well. And he'll put a man on with 1 out. And now bring up the left fielder, Chase DeGraffenried. Remember, DeGraffenried did not start in yesterday's game. Been a designated hitter all week long last night. Did not have his number called until later. Came in as a pinch hitter and got an extra base hit left field. And a big one. It was a big timing hit. As that ball misses, count 1-0. Harding knocks it down, not going to have a play at first, and the runner, we always tell the base runner at first base, hey, if you don't read it, just stay. And it's certainly not read there by Gardner. Don't put yourself in harm's way if you don't have a good read. And the 2-0 in there for a called strike. So 2 balls and 1 strike. And that one misses the Graffenried. So 3 balls and a strike to the left fielder. And the 3-1 pitch misses wide. So back-to-back walks here from Billy Bird. You got runners on first and second. So the game time run at second base, bringing up to the top of the order, and Cam Coburn coming to the plate. Coburn grounded out to third in his first plate appearance. Chops this one to short, going to go to short, way to second, to first, off the bag, and will be runners on the corners. It was a nice play there by McGillivray in the throw from Colin Morgan. It was rushed. But it'll be 2 outs and runners on the corners. As Nolan Miller comes to the plate. And Miller launches this one to the right center field. Luke Livingston is there, and a sure-handed Livingston makes the catch. Salem Hills Stratton could not play to run. We go to the bottom of the third inning, and it's Timpanogos 1, Salem Hills 0. You're watching the 2023 5A State Championship Baseball Tournament on KSLSports.com, your online home for state championships.
Okay. Okay. You're on a level than you acted inside the fucking shit to be allowed.
Welcome back in to Larry Miller Field. And I'll bring out Tate McGillivray, the shortstop and the leadoff man for Timpanogos. As that's in there for a called strike 1. As Haskell, the pitcher for Coach Scott Haney, has done a good job here in the first time through this Timpanogos lineup. Getting up the one run. It was McGillivray who got on to lead off the game, followed by him swiping a bag, and then it was Luke Livingston bringing him in with an RBI single. And the 2-1, slow curveball. We already saw that one there. That ball has got to feel like a beach ball coming at you, and then missed it. 63 miles an hour on that one. And a 2-2. Haskell bounces it. So I'll take the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch. Oh, right back at Haskell, and it's going to be caught. Throw to first in time. Woo, going to take a second to let Haskell get his heart rate under control. Hearing a little bit of chatter down there. I thought a ball off the glove, if it was caught in the air, was an out. But the throw to first, just for good measure. But nice job of being heads up, Kason Everett. But Haskell's going to be able to get his wits about him, saying he's okay. Also let him throw, too. May have caught his finger. And that was a rocket right back at him from McGillivray. Saw an awesome stab yesterday in the Woods Cross Viewmont game. It was a freshman, Stanger, that stabbed when he came back at him, but behind his back. And able to get double off at first base as well. So, fortunate that Haskell's okay. McGillivray retired for the first out of the inning, and that brings up Luke Livingston, the center fielder. And Livingston looks at ball 1. And now the 1-0. Goes the other way with it, but foul. So 1 ball and 1 strike here to Luke. Done a little bit of everything this week, is Livingston. He's bunted. He's at triples, doubles, and at the bat, RBI singles. Played a very good center field. Pitched yesterday. Came in relief in that game. Won against Salem Hills. Probably game 2 if you want to call it throughout the week. But yesterday afternoon. And now the 2-1. Slow breaking ball. Called strike 2. And now the 2-2. Slow breaking ball goes with it, but right at Zach Nelson. Wasn't able to square it up. Good idea. And there's 2 away. And that brings up Brighton Tate. As Brighton fouls that one back. Tate was hit by a pitch in his first at bat. That 26 hit batsman in the 5A state tournament this week. Here's the 0-1, and therefore called strike 2. This ball hit well in the right field, but hung up there, and Holt there for the catch. Garrett Holt brings it in, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nicely done here for Haskell. Through 3 complete, it is Timpanogos 1, Skyhawks 0. Salem Hills coming to the plate. So Charlie Cushing will lead things off for Salem Hills. Something good happened in the softball game. I just went and go check on it. It was 0-0, and then tons of screaming over there. I'm going to guess home run. Maybe. And now the 0-1 pitch from Billy Bird in there for a called strike 2. As Cushing's 0 for 1, grounded out to second base. And now the 0-2. That's up in the zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Misses 2 balls and 2 strikes here for Billy Bird. And now the 2-2. Swung through, strike 3. That is the 5th strikeout of the day for Billy Bird. Brings up the first baseman, Zach Nelson. Nelson 0 for 1 on the afternoon. I don't know how he... that breaking ball right at him. He bunted that essentially at his hip. Strike 1. Been a fun week here at Larry Miller Field. As we'll uproot and head over to CCU. As that one's swung through for strike 2. It's be a matter of who's going. The 6A state tournament's going today too. Both matchups got pushed in today. They're run at the same time. And so what I believe that leads to is an absolute spectacular Friday and Saturday. You have to work your pitching extremely well. You're going to get deep into pitching staffs. It's going to be an absolute blast. There's strike 3 on Nelson. I think at least in my estimation, I could be completely off. Depending how your earlier in the week was managed and where you land, I expect offense in both those series. And of course, it'll be best of 3 starting on Friday. As Roper K comes to the plate. And that's in there for called strike 1. And the 0-1 in there for called strike 2. Stayed away on pitch 1, pitch 2. And on pitch 3, he throws a dark one on the outer half. Strikes out the side, does Billy Bird. His 6th strikeout of the game thus far. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning, 1-0. Timpanogos, you're watching the 5A State Championship Baseball Tournament on KSLSports.com. Bottom of the 4th inning, coming into some Jason Aldean's, always a good thing. Except for that particular song, it makes it feel like a Friday evening. It's only Thursday. So leading off the inning is Billy Bird. That was in there for a called strike 1. The 0-1 chopped to the first base side, taken by Nelson. He'll take it himself for the for the first out in the inning. So 1 away. So coming to the plate now is Caden Harding. That one missed up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. And that one misses the plate, 2-0. Happy graduation day. If it's graduation for you, I've had a couple of them here at the stadium. We'll have another one with Lehigh coming up tonight. As that one misses and the count goes to 3 balls and no strikes. I'd rather miss graduation and walk on the baseball field. Give me my druthers. And that's in there for a called strike 1. I would much rather not sit through graduation and do a quick walk right before the state semifinals in baseball. Any day of the week. 3 balls and 1 strike. That's off the plate for ball 4, and it's a leadoff walk for the catcher, Caden Harding. So Harding aboard. Now bring up. As Harding will get sped up forward by Jackson Sotelo. So that brings up Tanner Morgan, the first baseman. James Edward is not doing the soccer championships. Hi, James. He got booted the softball and baseball. Oh, his choice. Wow. So he can do it tomorrow. So Tanner Morgan come to plate the runner on first and one away. And that pitch misses wide of the plate. Morgan 0 for 1 today. Has had, as we mentioned before, has had his moments. Multiple extra base hits. He's found the wall a couple of times. And one out. We're going to freeze on a line drive. His corner up, middle's back, playing for the double play ball. And the 1-0 misses up. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. And the 2-0 pitch is wide of the plate from Haskell. Haskell already at 56 pitches. .56 through 3 1/3. We saw this last night with Viewmont. Max Lee was like 65 pitches in the middle of the third inning. Then he settled in and got out of a lot of trouble and able to really help out from the mound as there's a big swing on that breaking ball from Morgan. Interesting to have the green light at 3-0 and swinging at the breaking ball. And now the 3-1 fastball, strike 2. I think you stay away here. You go down and away or up and away. And the payoff pitch from Haskell. Going to snap over to first. Trying to keep Sotelo close. Only seen Sotelo once this week. It was in pinch hit. I believe it was a sacrifice fly. And the 3-2. Wide of the plate, ball 4. So going to put runners on first and second. Oh, wait, it's ball 4. There's ball 4. Oh, he called it a... Well, I'm off there. I thought it was ball 4, and he called strike 2. That's what I get for anticipating pitches. I thought that's on me. So 1 away. That's a total miss on me as I went to fix it. And a swing and a miss. And that will do it as we go to the 5th inning. The Salem Hills come to the plate. So Case Navarrete going to lead things off, and Bird starts him off with a strike. The 0-1 chopped foul, 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch kept in front there, but it'll be a ball and 2 strikes. Bird's at 51 pitches. He's done a nice job thus far into the 5th inning. Not allowing a Salem Hills hit. Chop right back to Bird. Fields his own position. Throws over to first for the first out of the inning. So 1 out. And that'll bring up Garrett Holt, the right fielder. And that pitch misses inside. Ball 1. After last inning, be a little sharper on all of it. The 1-0 misses. 2 balls and no strikes. And now the 3-0 in there for called strike 1. Holtz 0 for 1 today, and only 1 plate appearance. And that's in there for called strike 2. Hold on the year has 9 doubles, 3 triples, and a home run. As that one misses. Count goes full. And the 3-2 misses wide. And it's a 1-out walk. And I'll bring up Boston Gardner. I don't know if we're pinch hitting for Gardner. It looks like we are. Of course, Coach Scott Haney, been the only head coach in Salem Hills history. Came over from Payson High School when the school opened in 2008. Coach Haney, has the third most wins, most career victories in all of Utah High School baseball history. Moved into 3rd place this year. He was 3 wins behind 3rd place entering the season. And another outstanding record for Salem Hills at 25-6 coming in today. And there's a bunt. Bird snaps it to second in time. Got him at second. It'll be goal reaching on the fielder's choice. So 2 outs and a runner on first. They'll bring up Chase DeGraff and Reed. So we'll see if Boston Gardner re-enters at the designated hitter spot. Well, goal will not stay there, so I imagine they're going to be putting Gardner back as goal being pinch run for, as Gardner can re-enter into that spot. He has to go back into that place on the re-entry rule. So it'll be DeGraff and Reed coming to the plate with a runner on first and 2 outs. And that one misses. And the 1-0 chopped back to Bird. Takes it and over to first in time. He gets out of the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. 1-0. Timpanogos. We'll be right back. Bottom of the 5th inning. And leading things off for Timpanogos is number 21, Landon Young. 7, 8, 9 due up for Coach Kim Nelson. As that's in there for called strike 1. And the 0-1 swung through, strike 2. Young 0 for 1 on the afternoon. And that one misses for ball one. Or one to burn. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Breaking ball down the left field line and foul. It'll keep the count at a ball and 2 strikes. Young batting .356 on the season. Good hitters. That one's bounced. And evens the count up at 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch from Haskell is up and away. 66 pitches thus far for Haskell. And this ball hit the right center field. And that's going to get down. And that's going to get to the wall. Young rounds second, heading into third, lost his footing. But he'll be hit safely. Was more worried about throwing off his helmet going into third base than anything else. I don't know if it was bounced with his hair. Trying to get rid of his helmet, he lost his footing going around second. But it is a triple for Landon Young. You got a ball like that here in right field, you got decisions to make. And Garrett Holt went for the diving play. As that ball got down and got all the way to the base of the fence. Can't blame Landon Young getting a little excited trying to get to third base, but luckily he's safe. As that one misses down, that brings up Colin Morgan. Colin doubled his last time up. And the 1-0 misses inside. Count goes 2 balls and no strikes. And now the 2-0 pitch is wide of the plate. And it goes to 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch in there for called strike 2. Well, they got 3-1 on the book, so 3-1, sorry. You were right, Elena. That was on me. That was on me, so it was 3-1, ball 4. So put runners on the corners. As we'll come out and talk to Haskell. We'll mute real quick. So the conference is done. Coming to plate now is Tyler Hunter, the left fielder, and he is a 9-hole hitter. So top of the order coming up next with runners on the corners and no outs. And that's strike 1. Tried to bunt it. Missed. So no balls in a strike. As that one misses up and away. So 1-1. And again, you got to be aware, your Salem Hills, of early steals, trying to double steal stuff, going through signs of where they want this ball to go. Ground ball up the middle, going to try to turn two. But the left side of the infield is up, so it makes me think they're going to try to get it down a third. They're probably going down at home. As he pops up that ball on the bunt, goes back to the screen. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Tyler Hunter. Did not reach in his only plate appearance. And we've seen Coach Nelson take the bunt off on 1 and 2. Or 2-strike situations. Is again trying to keep the runner close at first. Got to freeze on a line drive if you're on the base paths. You see the ball through the infield. And now the 1-2 misses up and out. They count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And now the 2-2 swung on, strike 3. Nice job at digging deep there by Haskell. Comes back, gets the K, and it puts the double play ball in order. So now the infield will back up. And look for the double play to end the inning is go to the top of the order, and Tate McGilvray coming to the plate. And that 61-mile-an-hour breaking ball misses. McGilvray reached and scored in the first. Retired in the second. As that one misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Tate, a .439 hitter on the year. 30 RBIs as that one's off the plate. They count now 3 balls and no strikes to McGilvray, the leadoff man. And now the 3-0 misses, and it's ball 4, and now the bases are loaded. So it is Luke Livingston coming to the plate. Livingston drove in the only run thus far for Timpanogos. It looks at strike 1. Luke lined out his second at bat to first base to Zach Nelson, but his first time up. There's a ball in the left field that scored Tate McGilvray. So 1 out, bases loaded. The 0-1 lifted out of play, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Livingston, a .300 hitter on the season, driven in 20 runs. And the 0-2 off the plate. Set up off the plate, hit the glove. That's a ball. Remember, 0-2, it's 1 to burn. Enticing, but not looking for the plate. And now the 1-2. And he bounced it. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to center fielder Luke Livingston. And now the 2-2. Breaking ball, chopped at the plate. So we'll do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases loaded. Chopped back to the pitcher. Haskell comes home with it. We'll have a play at first. Nicely done by Haskell. And the speed of Livingston gets him aboard on the fielder's choice. But Landon Young is forced off at home. And now that'll bring up Brighton Tate, the third baseman. So the infield back, not going to hold the runners. They have nowhere to go. Going to work from the windup for Haskell. As that one finds the outer half for called strike 1. Tate's 0 for 1 today. A slow breaking ball. That wasn't even the slowest one. Swung through, that was 69 miles an hour. He's been at 62, 61 with his other breaking ball. But down 0-2, Tate's got to protect, not chase here. As that one's well off the plate. No groaning about that one. Nice job of Roper keeping that in front. And now the 1-2. Foul back. Stays alive. That ball chopped to the third base side. Third baseman was back, and he's going to score. An RBI infield single as the defense was back to keep the ball in front. A swinging bunt brings home the second run of the game. And everybody's safe and the bases remain loaded. And here comes a good bat, the pitcher, Billy Bird. We mentioned on Monday he was a winning pitcher. He also was 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs and 3 singles. Looks at ball 1. And the 1-0 from Haskell. Launched into right field, but doesn't have much depth to it. Ranging over and making the play is Garrett Holt. And Haskell able to really limit the damage there and only give up 1. Did an outstanding job as he's able to get out of the base loaded jam. We go to the top of the 6th inning in a 2-0 game. You're watching the 5A State Baseball Tournament on KSLSports.com, your online home for state championships.
Okay. Okay. Yun ako malawagan siya akit sa tapos sito na bialawa kung ginodala.
So leading off the top of the 6th inning is Cam Coburn, the shortstop. And that's in there for a called strike 1. And the 0-1 misses inside. He was the count up at a ball and a strike. And the 1-1 is wide of the plate. 2 balls and a strike. And the 2-1 bounced. And the count goes to 3-1. And the 3-1 pitch in there for strike 2. And the payoff pitch. Chop to the left side, can be handled by Brighton Tate. And Coburn retired for the first out of the inning. It's mission call open season, so if you've got missionaries getting ready to open their mission call and you need to get them outfitted, go to our friends at Modern Missionary. Go to modernmissionary.com, go register your missionary, and get a free shirt and tie. That way you can try it before you buy it. Or you can go into one of their locations in Utah County, in Salt County, and even Davis County, and go into the store, you can go register and get that free shirt and tie. Their free gift. Let them know the Rewind sent you. You saw it during the state tournament. As that ball chopped, the left side, good speed, but Brighton Tate with 2 putouts as Nolan Miller retired for the second out of the inning. So Bird doing a nice job eliminating his pitches. Bird's at 68 pitches. Well, make sure he doesn't go past 85. If you're Coach Nelson. Now, granted, you got to win the game you're in. But if he doesn't throw 85, he can come back and throw on Saturday if they were to make it to the championship series. As that's in there for called strike. And the 1-1. And a 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes and 2 outs. Breaking piece lifted on the infield by Cushing. Brighton Tate, the perfect inning for Brighton Tate. All 3 putouts. As we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, Timpanogos looking for some insurance runs. Timpanogos leads 2-0. You're watching the 5A State Championship Baseball Tournament on KSLSports.com.
Okay. Okay. Yun ang malawa din siya akit sa kapatid sito na biyalawa kung inodala so.
As we have a new pitcher in for Salem Hills. He'll be chased to Graffenried. The Graffenried will be facing the 5, 6, and 7 hitters, Caden Harding, Tanner Morgan, and Landon Young. As Harding looks at strike 1 from DeGraff and Reed. Graffenried only made 2 appearances for the junior. As he misses there, count, or probably got the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. They got to limit some arms if you're Salem Hills and find guys that can get through here. Ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 misses wide. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Harding able to hold off there as the count goes full. So Caden was retired his last time up. He walked as well. And the 3-2, ball 4. So leadoff man is aboard for Timpanogos. It'll be courtesy runner coming on for the catcher, Caden Harding. Last time it was Sotelo that went out there, and this time it is going to be Dylan McWhorter. So that brings up Tanner Morgan, the first baseman. And the referee's got to be careful. A couple potent bats coming up. Morgan's going to show bunt. That's ball one. So 1 ball and no strikes. Going to try to keep McWhorter close. And now the 1-0 going to show bunt. And that one misses up and away. 2 balls and no strikes to Tanner Morgan. Morgan 0 for 2 today. Gone down on strikes both times up. There's McWhorter away from first. And the 2-0 pitch again shows bunt and bunts it foul. And now the 2-1. Runner goes. He lifts it into center field. McWhorter's got to get back. Nolan Miller, has a good arm. He was unable to keep his feet. I think Nolan saw what I saw. And that was McWhorter was a long ways away from first. He's got a great arm. He doesn't come up gunning. So 1 out, runner on first base, and that brings up Landon Young. And got a hit his last time up. Remember, Landon got the triple. And try to keep McWhorter close. Again, important to get another insurance run. And for Timpanogos, Billy Bird's been dealing, I should say. Carbon County showed there for a second. He's been dealing. And the 0-1 pitch is wide of the plate. One ball and one strike. And now the 1-1 leaves it up. 2 balls and a strike. And again, try to keep McWhorter close. So be aware of the bunt. 2-1. Hitters count, as you've heard me say all week long. With everybody back. And want to advance the runner. They're going to be swinging away. Chopped this short. Coburn over in time. Yes. 6-4-3 double play with Coburn and Averett. So we go. Last chance time for Salem Hills. Top of the 7th coming up in a 2-run game. You're watching the 5A State Championship Baseball Tournament on KSLSports.com.
Okay. Okay. You're up a level than you acted inside the fucking shit to not be allowed. We know that.
Top of the 7th inning. Last chance opportunity for the Salem Hills Skyhawks. We're going to start with the first baseman, Zach Nelson. And that's in there for a called strike one. Zach is 0 for 2 today. And the 0-1 misses. Bird's in the 7th inning, and he's only thrown 74 pitches. The 1-1 in there for called strike two. We'll see what Coach Nelson does managing him. And the 1-2, chopped to the third base side, going to be taken by McGillivray. The throw will not be in time, so an infield single. The leadoff man is aboard and brings a game-tying run to the plate. We have yet to have a home run this week at Larry Miller Field. A ton of balls off the wall will bounce to the wall. 2 off of it, but none over it. Brings up Roper K, the catcher. And Roper looks at strike one. K on the year, 359 hitter. 5 doubles, 2 triples, and 2 home runs. Hits this one well, and the left field's going to get down. So back-to-back singles for Salem Hills. Starting to feel like the 7th inning with Viewmont last night against Lehigh. And Coach Nelson is going to come out. His Bird's at 79 pitches. So he does that. We'll take a quick break. We'll just mute and we'll be right back. So welcome back. Just had a quick chat with Bird. And there's a bunt. Handled cleanly by Bird over to first. As Averett does his job and advances the runners. And 1 out as the game-time run is now in scoring position. Bird's at 79 pitches. Oh, chopped at the plate. Right now it'll be a one-day rest situation. 80 pitches here for Billy Bird. As Caden Harding's going to come out and have a chat. This Bird just hit 81. And the 0-1. Chopped foul here for Garrett Holt. No balls and 2 strikes to Garrett. Holt's 0 for 1 today. He's walked and has gone down on strikes. Should erase all that with the base hit. Back to the screen. He'll keep it at 0-2. With 1 out, got to freeze on a line drive. Do not want to get doubled off. And see the ball through the infield. And the 0-2 from Bird. Lifted into shallow right field. And they'll be handled easily and will not score the run. Ooh, it's a dangerous throw. A nice job by Harding in keeping that ball in front. Morgan went out to get that. He's lucky he didn't skip that back to the screen. So down to their final out of the season. And that's going to bring up Boston Gardner, the designated hitter. Fastball, called strike. Timpanogos 1 out away from punching their ticket to the championship series. Strike 2. Again for Gardner, got to protect, not chase. And the 0-2 from Bird. Swung on, strike 3. Drop third, strike over to first in time. And Timpanogos is moving on. They're in the 5A championship series. Bird goes with a complete game. The complete game shutout for Billy Bird, the senior. And the T-Wolves will be in the title game. Final stats for Bird: 7 complete, give up 2 hits, no runs, only walked 3, struck out 8. That's an easy selection for Heidemann Associates player of the game. And offensively, we'll go with Luke Livingston, who had the RBI single in the first inning, and the only run that would be needed for Timpanogos. They did score a run later. But for Salem Hills and Coach Scott Haney, another outstanding year for one of the most consistent programs in the state of Utah. They've been terrific and great run in the state tournament. That game yesterday was a blast, and they made it fun today, too. This is always a program that's going to hit the ball, play good defense, and just so much fun to watch. But it's about the Timpanogos Timberwolves getting to the 5A Championship Series, which will begin tomorrow. They will play tomorrow at 7 p.m. at UCCU Ballpark, and we'll have that for you right here on KSLSports.com. Game 1 on Friday, Game 2, and Game 3, if necessary, on Saturday. Get our Heidemann Associates players of the game, Billy Bird and Luke Livingston. Congratulations to Bird. Again, an outstanding performance. Goes a complete game, 2 hits, shutout, with 8 Ks on the afternoon. For Addison Grayson, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us and for watching KSL Sports Rewind's coverage of the 2023 5A State Championship Baseball Tournament on KSLSports.com, your home for online championships.